Take a look at Tua versus Mac Jones this season. Tua, Tyreek Hill added to his receiving core. Jalen Waddle, Mike Gesicki. He does have a new head coach in Mike McDaniel, and Tua is entering his third season. Mac Jones, on the other hand, they added Devontae Parker to the receiving core. Obviously, very familiar with what went down in Miami. However, Mac has no offensive coordinator, and we still have no idea who's going to call plays on Sunday. Mac, of course, is entering his second NFL season. So, Phil, in your opinion, who has the edge? Like whether you're looking at just quarterback talent or the talent around them, and that makes them a better quarterback, who's your pick for better quarterback and the guy who's going to win on Sunday, or has a better chance of winning at least on Sunday?
I think the better quarterback in a vacuum, if you were matching these two guys up as individuals, would be Mac Jones. That, to me, is a pretty easy decision. I would say the guy with the better situation, Callahan, when you talk about young quarterbacks, the 3 Ps, play caller, playmakers, and protection. I don't know if Miami necessarily has the check on all 3 of those, but it's damn close when it comes to the protection, and I would say the other 2 are in Tua's favor.
Yeah, and when you look at their protection last year, when they were worst in the league, they got around that and hung over 30 points in the Patriots because they were running a ton of RPOs, which is really the only strength we know about Tua. He gets the ball out quickly. He's accurate within 10 to 15 yards of the line of scrimmage. That's about it. There's not a whole lot to this guy's game, a little bit more mobility than Mac. Phil's right. Mac Jones, pick your statistic, is a better quarterback than Tua Tagovailoa, and he's played 1 fewer season in the NFL. He's going to get the benefit of a year 2 leap. The problem is that leap high enough to overcome all the obstacles around him where Tua's in a perfect situation?
Well, and also I think if we just look at this game in a vacuum, game 1, if this was even game 5 or game 6 and Mac Jones had a little bit more time with his receivers in this new offense at actual game speed and stuff that, we've talked about that we haven't seen yet this summer, that decision-making process, the talent that Mac Jones has might give him a leg up. But I feel, Callahan, that at least in this first game, you have to give the edge to Tua in Miami simply because of the talent that's around Tua, who can maybe make up for his mistakes. And if Mac makes a mistake, I'm not sure if the guys around him can cover him up as well.
Yeah, Phil, and I know you've said this too before. The system that Tua is going into, it's his third in 3 years, is a quarterback-friendly system. Like Bill brought this up this morning. The 49ers, where Mike McDaniel had been coaching in the Shanahan offense, led the league in yards after catch. You know what that says to a quarterback? Get the ball to this particular spot. Your receiver will take care of the rest. So Tua, even though it's a new system and Mac is dealing with a new offense, he's in a much better situation where he doesn't have to do a whole lot for that offense to thrive. And also, he's unbeaten against the Patriots defense, which that's a number with a lot of noise in there. But you talk about the situation, even his obstacles, learning new terminology, teammates, like he's just in a better spot. Late in the season, maybe this is more of a conversation, but Tua's doing all right.
He could be lefty Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
That's really all he has to be. Very average quarterback who just gets the ball out to his playmakers and watches them run down the field and making ridiculous plays for explosive gains on a consistent basis. That's why I've always said Jimmy Garoppolo is an average quarterback. Guys, even if his numbers suggest that he's elite in some categories, it's more scheme-based than truly talent-based. I think the same will be true for Tua.
Phil, is that where the Patriots are trying to get? To where it's so much easier on Mac, which it seems almost counterintuitive because he's such a smart quarterback. But if his physical skills aren't quite, and I'm not saying that they're better than Tua's, but they're not obviously what Josh Allen's is in Buffalo. Does this Shanahan system, are they trying to make it more like Miami, where Mac doesn't have to do very much and your guys are just open and can make something happen?
I think that's part of it, and I think they see what has happened across the league, which is this system can take an average quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo and make him look better than that, or Tua Tagovailoa. It's also taken good quarterbacks like Matt Ryan and made them great, which he was in 2016 when he won an MVP. And it's also taken great quarterbacks and it's revived their careers. You've seen it very closely in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers being the MVP of the league the last 2 seasons in this scheme. So I think they see it work for everybody and they say, why don't we try this?
You know what else it's worked? It's worked here in New England. Like Jimmy G came in 2020 with the Niners and blew up a bad Bill Belichick defense. Tua, I just mentioned, 3-0. Like this system is only going to be friendly for him. So I think the Patriots want their play-action bootleg cake and to eat it too as Mac runs the machinations, the levers of the old offense. Where you find that spot, though, is really, really difficult to find.